everyone, it's Tori, also known as Girly Girl Style, and today we are going to talk about a tool that can help you save money and time as a reseller. So stick around. So if you are brand new here, hello and welcome. I am an online reseller, multiple small business owner with my husband, partner, and best friend, Bill. And I do a lot of videos on reselling in general. I give a very transparent look at all different aspects of being a reseller. So if you've been following me for any amount of time, you know that cross-listing is one of those things that I talk about, but I'm always reluctant to do because I have this anxiety that it's going to be tough, it's going to be hard, or I just don't have the time to do it. So this video, actually, I was really excited when PrimeLister reached out to me and offered to sponsor this video if I gave an honest review. So I do want to be upfront and honest with everybody. This is a sponsored video, but you know me, I would never do a review on something that I actually didn't even enjoy or didn't support. So, and one thing I will start with is you can try PrimeLister before we dive into any more details for 7 days free of charge. And that's actually what I did. So before I decided that I was going to look at what they, look at their product and provide a review, I definitely wanted to spend some time with it and make sure it was something that I could get behind. So I did take them up on a 7 day, well, I didn't take them up on it. It's just offered to everybody. That's just across the board. Everybody gets a free 7 day trial to try. So I did that, and that is why we are here today to talk about the PrimeLister tool. So let's start with number one. What is PrimeLister? Well, you've probably heard of many different cross-listing tools out there. Well, PrimeLister is a Chrome extension, just like some others, and it's twofold. It's a cross-listing tool, but it's also an automation tool. Now, in this video, I'm really going to focus primarily on the cross-listing aspect. The automation tool, I am going to tell you it's a hot topic right now out in the world of reselling. You may have also heard of it as bots. So that's another way that it's referred to. And my advice on that is you do what's best for your business. But PrimeLister does have some services that can really save you time when it comes to that, if that is something you choose to do. So, you know, why would you even want to use a cross-listing tool, or why would you want to use an automation tool? Really because the benefits that come along with it, you know, we've talked about cross-listing before. You know, if your product is out there on multiple platforms, you're going to make more money. So if you have a tool that can make you more money, why wouldn't you do it? All businesses invest in their business and they invest in tools. So that's a reason why. Also, in addition to making more money, increasing sales, you're going to save more time, because one of the things we'll see as we dive into it, you can automate some of the features, you can automate some of your daily tasks, which again will give you time back to focus more on your business. So we head over to PrimeLister.com. That is the website you're going to use to check it out. Try that free 7 day trial. And you'll find that what PrimeLister actually is, it is a Chrome extension. So the Chrome extension works on your computer, and it's going to enable these listing operations that you'll see here. It's going to let you grow your sales in different marketplaces, organize your inventory, relisting and delisting your listings all in one location. So that is the benefit. It's going to help really keep you organized. Now, you'll see that what you're going to do is you're actually going to enter your name and email address to get started for free for that 7 day free trial. You don't have to enter a credit card. Yes. Oh my goodness. How many times do you put in a credit card somewhere and then you forget about it and it wasn't something you wanted? Now, once you try this, you know, you're probably going to decide you like this service. However, there is that option to cancel anytime. So that is always great news as well. I never like to feel like I'm trapped in something, if you know what I mean. Now, when it comes to the landing page, there's a few things you'll see here at the top. So first of all, you're going to see that there are two different products that are offered by PrimeLister. So we have our cross-listing product and we have our Poshmark automation. Now, again, this is going to be a Chrome extension. So it is something that goes through your computer. It is done as the Chrome extension does this for you. And we're going to focus, like I mentioned earlier, on the cross-listing aspect. However, Poshmark automation does things like sharing your closet, liking different things. You can automate things. Again, you can look more at information just by clicking on these product links, and it will take you to those sites there. You'll also find the link to the pricing. So again, everything is up front. Nothing is going to be hidden. It's going to let you know what the pricing fees are going to be. I will add here that since this is a sponsored link, you will get 30% off of your first month's payment after the 7-day free trial if you do use the affiliate link that I have listed below. Now, I've already signed up, so I'm going to click log in, and that's going to take me to my dashboard. So I'll enter my information, and here we are. This is the actual dashboard. Now, in your dashboard, again, everything is in one location. You'll see up here, if I click inventory, it will take me to a list of my inventory. However, let's not dive into that just yet. Let's come down here to setting up your PrimeLister account. Mine's going to look a little different because I have completed all of these tasks. When you first start out, they are not going to have check marks, so you can click on them and they will walk you through what needs to happen to help get you up and running quickly. Then, after you create your PrimeLister account, which that gets you to this screen right here, the next step is to install the PrimeLister Chrome extension. So let's go ahead and do that. So a new tab is going to come up and it's going to say, hey, this is how you're going to install this Chrome extension. You're just going to click here and install the extension. You'll see that little video from the first page is also here, so you can watch that. A little cute video with cartoons. Always fun. Let us go through the process from the beginning. We'll click Add to Chrome. It's going to tell you what it's going to need to do in order for you to add the extension, and then you simply click Add Extension. At the top of your screen, you're going to notice that this is where you can access your extensions. That little puzzle piece there, that's what that is. So one thing you'll find is that you can actually pin it to your header. And I do recommend that. In fact, I think they recommend it as well so that you have easy access to it. You'll see this is any extensions that you have. I have a Rakuten extension, and then now I have the PrimeLister. So when I click pin, now you're going to see the PrimeLister extension up there at the top. And then I'm going to click done. And that's it. That's as easy as it is to sign up on PrimeLister.com as well as to get that Chrome extension enabled. Now, after you've installed the Chrome extension, you'll see up here at the top, this is how you're going to start each of these different platforms. This is how you're going to access them to do the features like cross-listing, delisting, relisting, etc. But we're not ready to do that yet because before you even get to that step, you want to come down here on the left. Remember, there's some steps you need to take, and we need to connect marketplaces to PrimeLister account. So when you click on this, it's going to take you here and it's going to say, hey, how do you actually connect them? Super simple to connect. All you do is click start whichever platform you want, and then it's going to ask you to log in. So for example, because I don't use Mercari, so let's say start Mercari. So what it'll do is it'll actually take you to the Mercari login screen, and then this is where you can log in and connect your marketplace. So let's say we're going to come over here and do Poshmark, because we all know I'm on Poshmark. So we're going to click Start Poshmark, and I have already connected this marketplace. I'm already logged in, and you'll see that there's a little walkthrough tutorial, and these are super helpful, especially if it's the first time you are accessing this, just to make sure that you're not missing anything. So this is just saying you have successfully installed. And then you can see the different things that are happening over here if you follow along with the Walk Me tutorial. So click here and open the PrimeLister. All right, well, we clicked it. Now you'll see at the top, you have listing actions and you have Poshmark Assistant. Now, we're focusing on cross-listing, the cross-listing tool today, but I do want to point this out because I know this is important to many of you out there. The Poshmark Assistant, this is what it looks like. It does give you access to assistant analytics. Also, you can share to parties, unfollow, follow, do all of this automated so you don't have to do it yourself. Again, during your 7-day trial, try it out, see how it works for you, see if you enjoy it. There's a lot of great things it can do, including automate that automation. Automate the automation? Yeah, that. So listing actions. So this is where you're going to be able to import items into your inventory panel. You can relist, duplicate, delist, delete, and cross list. So those are the features that you can do from this window right here. Now I want to show you what it actually looks like. We'll click next here, close out of that, move that over there. So you'll find that once you are connected, you're going to have this little, what do you call this? Tool. It's the tool here, and then you're going to notice that there's a bunch of boxes next to all of your listings. So that is how you're going to perform the actions. So let's say, let me find a vintage piece here that I want to put on Etsy. Let's go with this. This is a new item. So in this case, oh, I didn't want to select all, just want the one. Here, if I click and open, I can go to my inventory panel and I'll click import. So it says, do you want to import it? Now, here's the other thing about this is you can schedule tasks. And I haven't done this before, so I wanted to see what this looks like. So you can schedule tasks to be completed so that you don't have to sit around and do all of this manually. So again, when we're thinking about how time is money and how this can actually benefit you, let's say I did select all of my listings and I want to import all of them into my inventory panel so that I can cross-list them to my other platforms. You can schedule that to happen. Maybe you schedule it to happen while you are eating dinner. Now, it probably will take a little bit of time if you have a number of listings, but that is a really awesome thing that you can schedule the date and time for that to happen. Now, I am just going to import it so I can show you what that piece looks like. So you'll see that the tasks were added to the queue. Excellent. And now if I open the inventory panel, this is what the inventory panel looks like. So yes, I have already imported a few items and I have cross-listed a few items to the Etsy marketplace. And what you'll see as you go through here, you're able to, in fact, we're gonna Let's click on edit listing. So this is what we just listed, these vintage 90s Bass chunky platform shoes. When I click edit, it's going to give you the option of adding tags, give an internal note, if you have a SKU that you want to put in, and if you want to group or create your own group or no group, phones, shoes, general. I think this must be a work in progress because these are the only 3 groups that are showing. And if let's see, if I type in shoes comes up, vintage. Let's see if anything happens. No, so the group right now they only have the 3, so that's something that they're building out. One thing before we go any further, I do want to point out to you down here, this little chat feature is amazing. You can actually chat with somebody. They do say that they get back to you if you have any questions or feedback within 24 hours, but I will say that I actually reached out to them earlier today and they got back to me in like 60 seconds through the chat feature during normal business hours. So I don't know if that's typical, but it was great. They answered my question very, very quickly. So then you'll see down here, platform links. So this is the link if you wanted to open the link directly in Poshmark, if it was listed in Mercari, that type of thing, Facebook, eBay, or Etsy. Now, I also want to make sure that we're clear, because one thing I was clarifying with the gentleman I spoke to earlier today was they do not have access to your accounts. There's a Chrome extension that you're logged into, but they cannot go in and do anything that you haven't done. So you have to physically come in if you want to, if something sells and you want to delete it, you have to delete it from here. They're not going to do that because that runs a lot of security risks. So you're managing your own items. They're just using this Chrome extension to make it happen. So let's say we do want to cross-list. So we just talked about the editing and adding additional information. If I click on cross-list, it's going to say, well, where do you want to cross-list this to? So let's click on Etsy and we'll say cross-list to one marketplace and then execute. Again, it goes to the queue because it does take a minute. And then I am logged in to, and this is going to walk through the same piece here that we saw earlier. I am logged into Etsy, so it should just take 1 second and then it should connect. All right, now it's going to remind you, especially with Etsy, you need to fill in all of the blank information that didn't get transferred over. But here's the thing that I love about PrimeLister, because again, I am the type of person that has all my vintage and all of my items listed over on Poshmark, and listing to Etsy is a little bit more challenging because there's shipping and there's all kinds of additional details we need to include. So I've always been hesitant to take the time to do it. But you'll see all of the pictures came over. Now, if there was a video, it does not bring the video over. So keep that in mind. That's not connected there, but it will bring over all those pictures. And you're seeing this, the listing looks better. That's because the picture, and this happens all the time to me, because the pictures on Poshmark are a different format than the pictures on Etsy typically. In fact, I'm going to adjust this little, we're going to adjust that and make it look a little bit better if we're going to list this. Here we go. Okay, then we scroll down. You're going to see, if you've ever used Etsy, it's going to pull in the title. You do need to fill in this information. So this is, again, if you use Etsy, you know what needs to be put here. You'll also need to put in here what it is. So finishing any women's shoes in, let's see, women's shoes. All right, we'll just choose one. Now, when it does come over, this is part of Etsy, automatic relisting, it's a physical item, and then it brings your detail over as well. Now, because on Poshmark, there's a very limited amount of characters, you may want to add additional information here on Etsy or whatever marketplace you're on. They're all going to vary. I think eBay, their character limit is much higher than Poshmark as well. So you'll want to decide that for what you want to do. If you have sections, styles, tags, materials, pricing, etc. And then, of course, you will have to decide on your listing. In this case, let's say it's probably going to be over £1. This would be that, and I'm just going to say 2. Again, we're not going to list this. We're just going to show what happens. So you have all of this here, and then when we preview our listing, you'll see that we have our pictures here, the information that we entered, and that is it. I'm going to just save this as a draft instead of publishing right now. And that is how easy it is to cross list. If we wanted to do multiple, what's going to happen is at the very top, multiple tabs for Etsy is going to show up. So Etsy is a little bit more challenging because there's a lot of information that you have to put in on Etsy. But let's say that it was Mercari, like Poshmark to Mercari, it's probably going to be a lot simpler. Since I don't use Mercari, I can't show that, but I know that I wanted to show you the hardest one anyway, so you can see. Now let's head back to our inventory panel. And in fact, you'll see here at the top, so back to the little dashboard here, if I click on inventory, this is going to take me to everything that I have, and then it will show you which platform it is cross-listed to. So let's say this one's cross-listed on 2. If I wanted to cross-list on Mercari, Facebook Marketplace, eBay, it'll tell you how many, or it'll show it very clearly here which it is connected to. Now they are building this dashboard out, and they're, like I mentioned before, they are constantly listening to feedback from all of us on what's going to make it even better. One thing that is to come that is not currently present is the ability to list by status. So and this is what I was talking to them about earlier today. Let's say something sold here that I had in my inventory. So like this purse actually did sell over on Poshmark. Because of the security aspect, they are not going to know that this sold because they don't have access to our account, right? We didn't give them the login credentials. This is just that Chrome extension. So they can't come in and mark this sold for us. Currently, who knows, they may be able to find some tool to be able to make that happen that's secure, but for now, it's a security piece. So instead, once something sells, you're going to manage your inventory. So you're going to make sure that, hey, if you don't want this on here anymore, you're going to click delete listing. That is not going to delete the listing on Poshmark. That is just going to delete the item from inventory. So we'll click on delete. And there you go. And now it's just been removed from the inventory. So this is not a full inventory management system. So that's not what this is. This is a cross-listing tool that helps you save time through that automation piece, as well as cross-listing to multiple platforms. Now it does have the auto, delisting, and auto relisting. I think these are more for like a Mercari marketplace, since that's not something that we do on Etsy or on Poshmark. Now, a couple other things I want to point out, now that we've walked through the process, you can see how it works. You're going to find that over here under knowledge base, there are a lot of tools that you can utilize. So you have the knowledge base. If you click on that, this is going to take you to a place that you can search for how to get started, any questions about account and subscription, troubleshooting, all of those things are going to be here at your fingertips. You're also going to find the ability to leave feedback and suggest a feature, and then contacting support. And they, like I mentioned, they do get back to you within 24 hours, or a lot less in my case is what I actually found. Now, if we click on tasks, this is where you're going to see that you're going to get a full picture of everything that you've done. So you can see that all of these items here, the import was complete, cross-posting was completed, and it also gives you days so that you can keep track of those as well. And then again, you can open the listing link if you need to go directly to the platform. And that would be really good if you sold something and you wanted to go there quickly and remove it from the other platform. When it comes to reports, so reports is one of those things I have not seen a lot of information. So you have a reports tab. Again, pretty sure this is very basic information. Total listings imported, total tasks completed. It's just going to give you an at-a-glance view. So it's not going to be super detailed, but it is going to give you some information here on some statistics and reporting. All right, so back here at your home page, you're going to find over on the left all the different things to do so that you can get up and running. Now, you'll get a 10% discount coupon for completing everything on this list. But remember, if this is something that you are interested in, if you use the link that I provided down below, you are going to get 30% off of your first 30% off of your first payment. Okay, which actually is a better deal than 10% off for sure, and it is a product that you'll probably want to continue using. So now that you've seen how easy it is to use, what's the next step? Well, your next step is just to go to PrimeLister.com, try the product for free for 7 days. Just try it out. See if you like it. See if it's going to bring you any sales, if it's going to make you any more money, if it's going to save you any time. And remember, time is money, so that is super important as well. So best things about PrimeLister, it is secure. You don't have to share your name or your password. You don't have to do any of that. It is secure because you're already logged into the platform. So you don't have to worry about getting someone access to your, sensitive information. So your information is safe. Also, there's no financial risk because you have 7 days and you can cancel at any time. So these are the things that I was looking for before I agreed to review this product. Okay, so I don't want to sound like a salesperson because that's totally not my thing. But I will tell you, if you click the link below, after your 7-day free trial, which you get to test out for free, no strings attached, you will get 30% off that first month. So what do you have to lose? Just check it out. And if you do, let me know how it goes, because I'd love to hear how, automation and how these tools are helping you be more successful in your business. That is it. And until next time, everybody, see ya.